Hello and welcome to episode 83 of the Arena. I am Mathel and today's plan is to perhaps finish this game.
Greetings, internetizens. This is Amelfian. I have seen the most recent episodes. I think I've seen at least two versions of it.
Yeah, at least two versions.
Or there was one episode where the audio cut off in the second half. Or your audio cut off. There was still game audio.
I may have messed things up in that case. Which episode was it?
Maybe 81 then.
81 or 82?
82, the most recent one was okay.
Oh, well, that is a problem. I did re-record the audio, but I only checked the beginning. Whether it was alright. Though I would more expect it to happen in 82 because that one was made of multiple segments, but perhaps there may be problems with both the connector and Windows. I am going to kill these knights, rest, and then go back and buy those invisibility potions, which is something I mentioned in 81. So that was still heard, good. I don't see the whole run.
Travis goes home.
Yeah, I know, I see that part, but part of it is obstructed by cook timer. So one of the knights died in there, but it's Enterprise Horizon, where yes, Travis goes home, but that's not the problem I have with this. First problem I have with this is that apparently Travis thinks that warp engines are limited by mass of the ship, when that has never been a problem before or after, because most of the series are afterwards, and it's usually more of a matter of geometry of the ship, which makes sense considering they have artificial gravity and inertial dampeners. Okay, the knights are dead, can rest, hopefully.
Ooh, chessboard floor.
Enemies appeared nearby? Where? I don't know. And yeah, chessboard floor, but I should have saved at the start. 83 start and 83 1.
I was worried that your keyboard might be broken.
It's not keyboard, it's DOSBox. The problem is that numpad doesn't work very well in DOSBox. No, I won't.
Chessboard floor reminds me of something out of Persona or Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Don't worry, I don't like hugging people anyway. So that's the enemy that's nearby, and she doesn't know how to use a door, which is good for me. I thought it was a skeleton, but turns out to be a Medusa.
Does she her arms snakes as well?
No, I can see palm on her hand.
So is the floppy thing not an eye? Maybe
this thing, the green thing we see is arm and palm, and I can see her left thumb.
Just it's kind of floppy.
Yes, it is. And she can't petrify me because I can't see her eyes.
This reminds me of the D&D story where someone looking around the corner to check if they see the Medusa.
I hope they failed to see her.
They succeeded.
Oh no. But this one, in this game, they don't petrify by being seen, but by shooting spells.
Red carpet? Wait.
This is the Imperial Palace.
Yeah, right, this is the Imperial Palace already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, more to the Enterprise. What's with this door?
You're trying to steal it.
That's the unlock button. Okay, I can't escape. Can't escape. So I have to open my journal.
Carpet on the elevations.
I think these are couches.
Oh.
Okay, not further to the Enterprise because I'm being attacked by a knight with an axe. He wants to ask me a question.
Doesn't look like a very comfortable couch.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a pile of, like some stone bricks with carpet on them.
Another night. He is full of terrors.
There's such a word for in the kitty room of Spooky's jump scare mansion.
Yeah, that too. Oh, more to the Enterprise then. It has been listed before in other places, but I will mention it too. And that is that in the previous episode where there was a cargo ship, there were also space pirates, Nausicaans, if I remember correctly. And the cargo captain wanted to destroy their base so that they would no longer harass him or other cargo captains. But Archer disagreed and Travis disagreed too. In this episode, the captain of the Horizon, I think his name was Paul, doesn't want to fight pirates because he has no chance of winning. But Travis disagrees because if they let the pirates win, then they would harass other cargo ships. So they can't decide whether or not to actually support piracy. I mean, Starfleet people can't decide about it. Not even their own piracy though. Some random alien piracy.
If it was their own piracy, then it might be some isolationism politics or whatever. Because that's the thing in Europa Universalis for.
I know, Japan, I think?
Yeah, in Japan. And in the end, the isolationism it doesn't even matter that much. Just step out of the cave and let the world see your light.
All these Amaterasu references. So I don't know if I pronounced its name properly. Their name properly, I guess. Because yeah, I know that most deities in Japan are actually genderless.
Yeah. Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi are definitely ambiguous. Though Susanoo is clearly a man.
Okay.
And as for Izanagi and Izanami, also.
Well,
yes.
husband and wife, so.
Yes.
Okay, continuing on with Enterprise after this Japanese interjection. There is also the part where Travis installs some upgrades on the Horizon without its captain's consent and then refuses to remove them, which I would consider an act of sabotage. Even if he claims they are useful, installing something on a ship without its captain's consent is sabotage. Where is my resist fire? Here. And he ended up blowing himself up. At least I have at this point discovered that I still get the experience for it. So good. But yeah. And about Travis's sabotaging of the horizon, he is threatened with being confined to his quarters. I think that's just a very lenient punishment. He should be thrown into the brig, and when they arrive to a port, not court-martialed, given to civilian authorities. Because the Federation is not going to say that he acted on their orders.
It's a family, right? Isn't the captain like his brother or something?
He is, but that's probably the only thing that stops him from actually doing this. What was that ding? I heard something ding and thought, well, it couldn't really ding off my armor since I don't wear any good armor. A bed?
It's also made of rock and there's a tiny pillow and no blanket.
No, it's not made of rock. It's made of wood.
Oh right, made of wood. And then a red bed sheet and no blanket.
Yes. Okay, and I was ambushed by 2 Medusae.
At least the Paris is filled with monsters and not saw blades. You can't kill saw blades.
Well, killing iron golems is also somewhat difficult. And at least these Medusae don't petrify by staring at me, but by shooting spells, and they can't shoot the spells up beds. They can still punch up beds, but they can't climb them, and it's not because they don't have legs. Also, do you think those are tongues or vomiting blood? Because whatever it is, it has exactly the same color as their blood, and everything else is blood.
It looks like they're vomiting blood. Alright, it did look like a tongue. Snake tongue.
I know. Yeah. Oh. And there is also the part where apparently the Enterprise pilot pilots the ship in such a way that whatever is interesting outside the window nearest to the captain points to it. Otherwise, how would it always work that someone tells Archer to look out the window and there is something interesting there? Normally there should be at least 50% chance that the window doesn't point to it. Usually more.
Wait, isn't the captain there in the middle of the bridge?
Not chair, window.
Oh.
And he wasn't on the bridge.
Oh right, the captain also hangs out in his ready room sometimes.
Yeah, it was during a lunch with some people.
Oh yeah.
Or perhaps dinner.
The captain of a starship has got a grand audiences too.
Yeah, but he only grants them to his to the Vulcan spy and his chief engineer.
Is she a spy or is it more like a diplomatic connection?
Both.
Both. Gathering knowledge for both sides.
I mean, she is officially a liaison of the Vulcan, not vampire, not empire.
High Council.
High Command, perhaps. Whatever. She is officially a Vulcan liaison, but in reality, she is a spy. Not a very good spy, mind you, but still a spy.
It's not like the Vulcans have Tal Shiar to train the spies.
Yeah, that's their brothers, the Romulans. I am being punched by a Medusa now. So, I was hoping to go through here invisible, but since I don't have the invisibility potions and... Well, I have one apparently, but can't buy more. I don't think it will be very useful. I could use that one just before I get into the Jagar Tharn room if I can identify it. Let's see if I can rest. I cannot.
Humans, Vulcans, and Andorians are the most plot-relevant founding members of the Federation. There's some RGB things going on.
With blood?
Yes! I'm weird. But then again, we're all weird. We're both weird.
Well, our whole family is weird, yes. I'm finally hitting him. But you also have a vampire thing going on, even if you yourself probably aren't a vampire. Unless you are a Twilight vampire, I guess. But no, you are not sparkling right now.
And it's kind of transitioned from a Junji Ito thing. There's a connection.
Where is the... right? I'm confused. I think the wraith is still there, but I cannot hit it. Oh, it's behind that door. Now. Or perhaps there is another one. Perhaps he is the wraith, well, originally a ghost of a soldier who used to live here. And he somehow can't hit me.
It reminded me of how beasts inexplicably stopped hurting me in the Hollow Knight without me having the bee charm on. So I kinda farmed the bees for essence. The bee makers never run out of bees.
I hope the essence was essential for your victory.
Not really. Get me the last scene with the spear.
Sin or sin?
Scene.
Oh, you weren't sinning with the seer.
And again, if it was a sin against the hair, or against the light,
then you would be willing to do it?
well. The old light have force of evil in the game.
A vampire spawned on my back and blew me up.
Darn teleporting vampires.
Darn Jagar Tharn teleporting vampires at me.
Vampires and legends.
And yes, it's clearly him teleporting monsters at me at this point. And vampires shouting Zao at me from somewhere. The vampire followed me through the loading. Ouch. At least he's now in a weird position where he can't walk through a door.
I don't hear a very strong zo in the shout. It's a weird roar. Maybe. Nothing to do with Zao like the thief as the because he stole some knowledge from them.
Who called him that?
The Kuei Jin. They stole some of their knowledge to reach enlightenment.
Kuei-jin, aren't those the Nagaraja are other people?
Kuei Jins are the demon people from China.
Oh. Demon people. By the way, did you know that there are in reality some Naga people from India?
Ooh. They probably after Nagas. And I heard that Naga could mean snake but also elephant.
I didn't know about the elephant thing, but there is an actual tribe of humans known as the Naga who live in India. And the worst part is I won't be able to get experience from him, I think, because he regenerates, as was stated at the beginning of the stream. And I don't think any of my spells can truly finish him off. So once he's down, I will rest for 1 hour. There are still enemies nearby, but they are moaners, not Zaos.
The three-eyed man stole knowledge in order to ascend, while one of his brothers was gathering knowledge on his own to ascend in his own way.
And one of his nephews was getting knowledge by sacrificing eyes.
Well, wasn't that his brother as well, the one who became the psychic internet? And then
the wrong guy!
Oh right, distant nephew.
Yeah, distant nephew.
And there's the sister probably gathering wood for artistic purposes.
Oh, these are good.
Psychic internet.
Yeah. As you can see, Elmartian is a lot into the white wolf.
I'm just a lurker. White wolf.
The wrong white wolf. I prefer the Geralt of Rivia.
So I have seen a let's play of Okami.
That's another white wolf.
Oh, screaming.
I don't know where it came from, but there was suddenly also a ghost in front of me, and then that iron golem appeared. And I don't think it's the iron golem that's screaming. Somehow I find it improbable. But I think I'm in the barracks, where I don't know. Though iron golems are still better than vampires. I suppose what could happen is that a vampire blows himself up?
I think yes, I'm a morning star.
No, it's a spiked flail.
Spiked flail.
Well, morning star flail.
Yeah.
Because the defined characteristic of a morning star are the spikes, while a defining characteristic of the flail is the chain. or any other flexible thing. But only one of his hands is a Morning Star flame, and his left.
Yeah.
Also, I think he has a horned helmet.
No. Wouldn't be the only golem with the horns. I mean, that's mainly a Zelda thing. There's a Minotaur with the. That is actually an Armos.
Armotor. And I hear another one. Not another Armotor though. Ah, I didn't want to jump. I wanted to check the map. And I think the game has sped up.
Tiger tank issues again.
Yes, Tiger Tank issues. Tiger Tank is another old game. I wouldn't call it quite ancient since it's not older than 100 years. But it is an old DOS game. Not sure what the original DOS. And it has the same issues as this one. And that is specifically that what's it called? The speed of the game depends on the speed of the processor directly. And I am multi-paralyzed apparently.
Oh, Space Invaders did that too. That's why they originally sped up.
The original reason why they sped up, yeah. Just before dying. Because later it got the effect got duplicated intentionally for difficulty.
It's an ascended bug, not like Gorb.
But yeah, they can't shoot up this table. And it's annoying when games do that. The old games did it because there wasn't much point, so they are as fast as the processor could manage it at that point, which wasn't much at that point. Unfortunately, processors got much faster. So games that rely on processor speed for clock get overly fast. I know that Daggerfall does not do this though, which is good. This is the only Elder Scrolls game that does it. And I think there are 4 Medusae. So many Medusae. Scroll down please. Whether there is anything else. Oh, there was the thing. There are more things in there in the episode. First, with some eruptions on a planet that were hitting the Enterprise, which was in orbit, meaning they were either orbiting through atmosphere, or the eruptions went outside of the atmosphere. Now, the first would mean they are very stupid, the second would mean that they are some big eruptions, since it was implied that it's a rocky planet, especially when they mentioned that there may be some bacteria under the surface of an exploding planet. Wouldn't it be way too hot for that? But okay, so they go up another 5,000 kilometers. Another 5,000 kilometers, implying they are at least 5,000 kilometers off the surface already. That's some high eruptions. Earth's atmosphere is, I think, really only less than 100 kilometers. Oh, that's the end of the episode. Don't restart it yet. Um, because I haven't finished this episode yet. So, bye. See you in the next episode, 85.